Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to what might be the end of Robotics Notes Elite. I don't know, we're getting close. But last time, well, we started building the final bot to fight off against Misaki, and yeah, let's just continue. The rain stopped. But the sky is still cloudy with the sun hidden behind them. By the way, for some reason, I thought I saved my progress last time. I didn't. I had to skip all the way back up to this point. It was annoying. We're still okay, right? They can't launch the rocket yet, right? I look up at the sky with unease. Some volunteers are risking life and weight. The army arrest. They want me in top condition. Something else I need to do. Ah, here's where I ended.
Listen, we're in enemy territory right now.
Always in a murder. Heard the story. Why? Please come quickly.
Listen, we're in enemy territory right now. We can't stay for long.
I know. I get out of the car and reply. I asked Nai-san to drive me over to the old community center in Uchigaoka Park. On a clear day, you can see the VAB from here, but the thick fog is making it impossible. Is Masony over there? Is the black hole bomb capable of killing 5 billion people also there? I forcefully tear my gaze away. Right now, Minimitane is effectively a ghost town. As of this morning, about 80% of Nakatane has been evacuated. The rest are moving out under police instruction. It was never a town with that many people. Still, not seeing a single car on the way to the town office in the center of the city was chilling. I can't keep wasting time. When I open the back seat door, Irie gets out. Are you doing alright?
Yes.
When I asked Nai-san to take me here, Irie spoke up. She said that she wanted to take a look at the island for the first time in 10 years. Considering she had to be put into cold sleep, I had assumed she was super ill, but honestly, she doesn't look that bad. That aside, I have something I need her to do. That's why I agreed to take her here despite the danger. Fortunately, we have Nai-san with us. According to Frau, she's supposed to be ridiculously strong. So, what do you think of the island after all this time?
It's kind of nostalgic. But it's also really lonely. There isn't a single person I know left here. I guess I only ever really knew my mother and Kimijima-san.
A decade is much longer than it seems. For example, it's possible that friends from kindergarten or elementary school are still around. For Irie, whose time was stopped for a whole decade, they'd have 10 full years. They would be different people now. I'll take a look inside. Nai-san, please look after Irie-san. I walk off on my own. The room at the far end of the first floor, the one with an electronic lock. The device inside this room is what I'm here for. The door is locked. It won't open unless you input the password. Irie's the one who taught it to me, or was it Sister Centipede?
Hidden hand.
Was that Sister Centipede? Oh, wait, no, you guys followed me. Surprised I turn around and find Irie and Nai-san standing in the darkness. Did you follow me?
I'm sorry. It's like really chilly outside.
Irie-san, how did you know the password?
It just suddenly popped into my head. I'm certain I've never heard it before.
Irie seems to be at a loss. She doesn't understand why she knows the password. Could Sister Centipede be around here somewhere? Last week when I left for Tokyo, I know she was still operating properly. But for some reason, she stopped showing up on my Pokecom. It'd be really helpful if she popped up right about now. There's something I wanted to ask her. In fact, I was hoping to fish out Sister Centipede by bringing Irie here. Well, whatever. I need to keep my priorities straight. The inside of the room is unchanged from the last time I came. The electromagnetic wave irradiation device that causes monopoles to fall from the sky. It's still working, which means monopoles are still falling on Uchigaoka Park.
What is that?
Electromagnetic wave irradiation device.
Electromagnetic wave? This has been making Mom pulse fall. You should have just told me about it.
I didn't want to create any turmoil until after the expo. I leave the women alone for a moment and stand in front of the device. It uses a large antenna outside to beam EM waves into space. I think that's how Sister Centipede explained it before. But I didn't really examine it in detail last time. I had no idea how to handle or operate it. It is useless by itself. It will not activate without a special cartridge inserted into the slot. Intrigued by what Sawada told me, I decided to come here. I figured there might be a cartridge-like thing somewhere on the machine. I began casually tapping away at the icons on the display screen. It goes without saying, but I have zero luck, so I give up on controlling the device via its screen.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for something. There's nothing like a window or anything below the display, which means I can't see inside. Am I going to have to take this thing apart in order to figure out what he meant by a cartridge? Then in the darkness, I find what seems to be a button under the device. Just as I'm about to push it,
Please wait.
for some reason Irie stops me.
I think you should cut the power first.
Why? Why?
I just have a feeling.
Well, she's right. It's common sense to make sure the power's off before taking something apart. I follow Irie's advice and cut the power. However, there's no explanation for any of the buttons on the display, so I have no idea what to push. Which is it?
This one.
And just like that, Irie is next to me. She reaches her white, slender hand out and touches my hand. I can feel her warmth through my skin. You're real.
Huh?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. I smile and leave the display to Irie.
Ari-chan, do you know how to operate this? To cut the power, you push this button to bring up the subscreen, then hold this big button for 10 seconds.
Irie follows her own instructions. The light then vanishes from the device's display. The constant humming noise stops, and the room is blanketed in silence. I guess the power's off. That went way too smoothly. I glance at Nai-san, and she nods her head in agreement. It looks to me like Irie knew exactly what she was doing with that device. No hesitation whatsoever. She turned off the power without even thinking about it. These are the actions of someone who's been around the block dozens of times, not once or twice. Is this really the Irie who was asleep for 10 years? Or is she actually the AR Irie? Hell, this could even be a trap set by Kimijima Ko. But wait, she literally just touched my hand a moment ago. I know I felt her. There's no way that she's AR Irie.
I don't understand. Why did I just do that?
Irie seems surprised at herself. Whatever, I can ask her about it later. I have Irie move out of the way and try pressing the button on the bottom of the device. When I do, a tray comes slowly sliding out. It's hard to see in the darkness, but it's actually less of a tray and more of a circuit board. It's a little bigger than a Pokecom. Could this be the device's core? I steel myself and try pulling it all the way out. Could this be the cartridge? Let's go back upstairs. I want to take a look at this thing somewhere with some light. The three of us return to the second floor. It's a strange feeling. It was only half a year ago that I first spoke to AR Irie here. And now, the real Irie is standing right in front of my eyes. Irie appears to be having some thoughts as she looks around the community center. Irie-san, you're from Tanegashima, right?
Yes.
Have you been here before?
No. Because of my illness, I was always stuck at home. My house was near the border of Nishinomote and Nakatane. I barely ever came to the southern part of the island.
Irie looked into the house where Yukifune Irie lived. Unfortunately, it's now an empty lot. Her house is gone. I still haven't found the right time to let her know. Earlier, when Irie said she wanted to go with me, I was afraid she'd ask us to take her to her house. I looked down at the circuit board in my hand. It really is just that. I don't know much about how these things are constructed, so I have no idea how it works. The EM irradiation device that Sawada gave me has a slot for something just this size. I put down the heavy knapsack slung over my shoulder and removed the device.
That's an NIV.
You know about it.
Yeah, at least the name. This is the first time I've seen one, though.
The device that could show illusions to tens of thousands of people in Odaiba. If we can use this thing, we can totally change the tide of battle with Misumi. I carefully aligned the circuit board with the slot entrance.
Looks like a perfect fit.
I'll try pushing it in. I push the circuit board with a bit of strength into the slot. It doesn't catch on anything, and once it's all the way inside, it clicks. Alright, it's compatible. I'm in luck. So how do we use it? So I can use this thing now? Aside from the slot or the circuit board, there's no switch or button on the device itself. But I do have a little remote control that came with it in my knapsack. It's a simple controller, 2 square centimeters in size, with a single button on it. Pushing said button would likely turn the device on, and I can imagine pushing it again would shut it off. Will that make people see illusions? It's not just that. It's possible that there's another way of using it. I'll test it out when I get back to the airport. Now then. I put the device back in the knapsack and face Irie. Could you explain what happened earlier? About knowing the hidden hand password? And how you knew to shut off the device? Anything come to mind? Irie rubs her temples with her fingers, a confused expression on her face.
I could hear Kimijima-san's voice.
Huh?
When I was alone in the hustle in Tokyo, I heard Kimijima-san's voice. He showed me lots of videos. I don't know if they were real or if they were memories inside my head. I don't even know who filmed them. And then before I knew it, I was together with you in the airplane. Someone was whispering the phrase hidden hand in the videos I was shown. I've never been here before, and yet it feels like I've come time and time again. You mean like deja vu? I don't know.
I don't think Irie's memories have been inherited by her. Those would just be ones and zeros anyway. So I want to believe that's not the case. Hell, that means she remembers me giving her a kiss on the forehead through my Pokecom on Christmas Eve. I'd die of embarrassment if she remembered that. Something's not right here. Sister Centipede might know something about all of this. I boot up Ibero and survey the area with it, but there's no Sister Centipede in sight. Where could she have wandered off to? You don't remember what happened at Chofu Airport, right?
I don't. Did I do something?
Nah, don't worry about it. If I told her she tried to kill us and then herself, and with a gun no less, I'd probably come as a massive shock.
Anyway, let's head back. We shouldn't be here.
Ira and I both nod and head to exit the building. And outside was... Oh, we're fucked. Hey, gun drones. Incredible.
Drones! We're surrounded! Move and I shoot.
Oh, it's Sister Centipede. That voice. Irie? But she's standing next to me, worldly looking around it with uncertainty. In that case, is that you, Sister Centipede? I raise my Pokemon in the direction of the voice, the tower scaffolding. There you are. No, Sister Centipede is there wearing her usual fluttery dress, the icon on her head glowing. Irie looks at my Pokemon from the side and her eyes widen.
It's me. I repeat, move and I shoot. It would take less than 3 seconds to kill all 3 of you. Kaiser-kun, this is really not good.
Yeah, I can tell. I never considered that Sister Centipede would be a part of the enemy's forces. This might actually be convenient for me. This increases the probability that Sister Centipede has the answers to my questions. You think those floating things are AR?
I can see with my own 2 eyes.
It was the same in Odaiba. Hundreds of thousands of people saw illusions with their bare eyes. Everyone was tricked. Sure would be nice if this was the same deal. But if that was the case, wouldn't Sister Centipede also be visible to... There's a bullhole in the concrete wall.
These are real.
Wonderful. Yeah, a little bit of wishful thinking. I didn't expect her to fire a warning shot, though. Sister Centipede's much more quick-witted than she used to be. So, what's the big idea? Why'd you surround us?
Master gave me orders to eliminate you.
I gulp. I'm going to get killed off before I even ever get the chance to challenge Misani. Give me a damn break.
Am I having you shots already?
What? She's right. Is there a reason why Sister Centipede hasn't killed us yet? If that's the case, maybe I can work with this. Sister Centipede, there's something I want to ask you.
I have no intention of answering.
But that doesn't stop me from asking. Did you know that Sumeragi was remotely operated at the Expo Arena in Odaiba? Sumeragi is a standalone system. It shouldn't be hackable without a physical cable. Do you know anything about that? The Expo Rampage likely wasn't Misani's plan, but rather Kimijima Ko's as part of Project Adam. In that case, since Sister Centipede is working under him, she should know something. In fact, seeing as Sister Centipede is operating the drones, it's possible that she also remotely operated Sumeragi. Tell me, Sister Centipede! Oh, you. You seem to be misunderstanding something. It's him! Kimijima Ko! It's all his fault! In the Project Adam scenario, you aren't the leading actor. You are merely an unnamed extra. I'd prefer if you exit stage right immediately. Didn't I tell you that in Tokyo? If this man didn't exist, Misani wouldn't be our enemy. And now you're trying to take what I created without my permission. A terrible act from one who claims to do good. Only a thief could be so bold. Akio wouldn't have had to suffer. The Expo wouldn't have been ruined, and Model 2 would still exist. You have my respect for collecting all of my reports and dispersing them across the earth, Yashio Kaito-kun. However, I'd like you to realize that you're nothing more than an errand boy. It's all his fault. I want to rush up to him and punch him in the face right this second. But I know I can't do that, and it pisses me off even more. I have no way to vent this anger. If I moved right now, I'd be pumped full of holes. 10 drones are hovering above Nai-san and myself. Their guns train on us to make eerie fan noises. Sister Centipede, why haven't you disposed of them yet? I glance at Nai-san, hoping she has some kind of plan. But even she seems to be at her wit's end. Her eyes are darting around. She's biting down her lip, unable to move. Neither me or Nai-san can find a way out of this. Is it hopeless? Is this the end? Without even noticing how panicked I was.
Kimijima-san.
Airi calls out to the mastermind, a stern expression on her face. Well, more accurately, she calls out to the Kimijima Ko on my Pokecom screen.
Kimijima-san. Are you dead?
I was ready for this to be the end. But Sister Centipede still doesn't open fire. Wait, does Airi not know that Kimijima Ko is dead? Did nobody tell her after she woke up from cold sleep? Kimijima Ko died nearly 10 years ago. That's right. I did certainly die. I was killed. And it's thanks to that I have attained immortality. Although even that may come to an end in a few days. I will be annihilated by the very same Project Adam that I created and executed. A storm of heat and EM waves raining down on us from space, bringing with it the deaths of 5 billion people. And as I exist on the network, the storm will most likely destroy me as well. It's insane.
How do you wish to be destroyed?
Excuse me?
Because you wish for death? Because the success of your experiment would make you happy? Or do you not want to live?
That's a good point. Why would he want this to... Even he should know, with how smart of a person he is, he would obviously know that him doing this would result in his own death. Even from his current standing immortality, Nothing can survive that, not even electronics. So what's the goal of all this? Why is he so willing to do all this despite the fact that it would even kill his immortality?
See? Again. It was the same as when we met in the hospital. The Kimijima-san from before I went to sleep and the Kimijima-san here now feel different.
They're different. That has actually been on my mind, but I just figured it was something he was, like, hiding. But there's no denying that the way that we've heard of Kimijima-ko, it's like there's two different versions of him. There's a version that seemingly cared for Airi, who wanted to make it so that she could live long enough to where she could, like, at least survive to an era where the disease that she had could be cured. The Kimijima-ko that seemed like a decent person. And then there's this Kimijima-ko, the one that seems like a psychotic psychopath who wants to experiment all the time. Why are they so different? Again, I assumed it was just he was hiding it well, but...
I don't feel your heart anywhere, Kimijima-san.
His heart. The mastermind behind everything, Kimijima-ko. When I spoke to him at Shofu, his view of the world was far removed from any other humans. I couldn't understand him at all, nor could I think of him as a fellow person. Wait... Do you think that when Kimijima-ko became uploaded to Iruro, when his, like, entire, like, personality and stuff got uploaded to Iruro, the one thing that didn't get it transferred over was his kindness? If his kindness didn't transfer over, then it's possible that he could have been corrupted from the things he did know, to the point of going insane. Though, then again, that wouldn't explain why... That doesn't make sense either, though, because we know that he was still pretty crazy a moment after, like, before he died. Remember, he took part in the MF Anemone experiment. He was the reason why the MF Anemone occurred. Like, why it, like, occurred in the way that it did. So, what happened to him? My impression of him was an amoral man with a broken mind. A man who lacked the common sense and morals of a normal human. Is she saying that he wasn't always like this? Did something happen to him to change him? Even before he died, he experimented with the lives of everyone aboard the MF Anemone. People like Akio, myself, and many others. If Misi hadn't stopped him, everyone on board would probably be dead. How the hell could the man behind that have a soul?
You're a broken person even 10 years ago, Kimijima-san. All you thought about were experiments. But you were kind. I could feel that from your heart.
I only ever saw you as a sufficient test subject.
It doesn't matter how you saw me. When I asked you to put me to sleep, you struggled to do it for a really long time.
I was simply choosing to think over the contents of the experiment thoroughly, unfortunately for you.
But you still hesitated. Yet right now you have a goal, but there's no thought behind it, no reason.
A reason, huh? A reason for executing Project Atom. It's true that it's still unclear as to why Kimijima-ko would try to massacre 5 billion people.
Kimijima-san, why do you want this experiment to succeed?
Why do I want the experiment to succeed, you ask? I wonder. I simply want it to succeed. It matters not if the experiment pertains to the genocide of 5 billion people or making a single flower bloom. The same to me. In other words, you're just a program. Perhaps so. I was constructed out of an incomplete alpha data taken just prior to my death. Didn't I tell you? That's right! He was taken from, some sort of, like... Yeah! Is it possible that he was taken from... He did mention before that his, data transfer to Iruro wasn't really complete. Is it possible that that incomplete version of it is causing him to be like this? The criteria would be that there was insufficient data to perfectly reproduce the human known as Kimijima-ko. And be that as it may, I wouldn't call it a particular inconvenience. One might say I'm now defective as a human being. However, that is nearly perfect for executing this experiment. Make the experiment succeed. Kimijima-ko's objective remains as such. Items such as reason prove unnecessary now. Kimijima-ko possessing Misani is defective, huh? Like hell we can just let this thing do as it pleases. However, I haven't been able to stop sweating. The guns are still trained on us. By the way, just then Kimijima-ko's figure vanishes. It's instantaneous, like he was never there to begin with. Where did he go? Sister Centipede still doesn't move. Where is he? I look around, but Kimijima-ko is... Your parents have been dead for years. Shit! He's trying to possess Irie again! Stop! But my voice reaches neither Irie nor Kimijima-ko. Irie's perspective. No. Did you know? You were always a burden on your parents. They wanted you to die as soon as possible. Of course, it was your fault that your father ran away. At the time, I was on good terms with your parents. They told me all kinds of things. They said they were fed up with you, Irie. So I asked them, how about leaving the island and reclaiming your freedom? Do you know what your father told me when I suggested that? Thank you. He looked like a terrible weight had been lifted from his shoulders. He even wanted to shake my hand. He must have been very happy to be relieved of you, his burden of a daughter. Then I had him killed, deep in the mountains of Kagoshima. He's likely still sleeping deep in those cold mountains, a skeleton. The police haven't found him after all. In the 10 years you were in the cold sleep, his body was devoured by wild beasts, his flesh rotted away, and he was reduced to bones. What a wonderful end for the father who abandoned you! You never really cared for your father to begin with. Does that mean you don't care what happened to him? In that case, what about your mother? You loved her, didn't you? After your father left, she worked so hard to take care of you as a single parent after all. I'm sure you found it unbearable how the mother you loved so much suffered because of you. You wanted her to be released, didn't you? From the burden known as Yukifune Irie. That's why you went through the trouble of coming to me. It's why you ultimately chose to enter your long sleep. It was all for your mother. If you were gone, your mother would be free. What an innocent, lovely daughter you are. But I regret to inform you, after you went to sleep, your mother frantically tore apart the entire island. She was looking for you, of course. She even asked if I had seen you. And so, out of respect for your choice, I told her that I hadn't. Nobody would pay any heed to your mother. Everyone knew that she had lost her mind. Despite all of that, your mother continued to wander the forest barefoot as if she were possessed. I pitied her, so I elected to give her some advice. I told her that a fisherman had spawned you on Magashima Island. Of course, that was a complete lie, but your mother kept thanking me over and over again regardless. Everyone was against her going to the island. There's nobody there, they said. I'm telling this for your own good. Give up, they said. Nobody would take her on boats, so she tried swimming there. How truly amusing. A mother's persistence is quite something, isn't it? But sadly, that was her limit. It was obviously impossible to swim such a distance. And thus your mother was reduced to fish food. Did her bones sink to the bottom of the sea? Or perhaps she drifted along the vast sea of ocean currents, placing her far into the Pacific. I wonder how she felt. Did she drown? If she did, it must have been quite painful. Perhaps she was devoured by sharks. If she had been eaten alive, that would have been agonizing. Nobody knows your mother's whereabouts. Nobody. Oh, yes, the house where you live. Your father's relatives sold it off. It's nothing but a vacant lot now. I hear they quickly submitted death reports for all 3 of you so they could collect the insurance money. They seem to be very upset about you suddenly reappearing alive again after 10 years. They even gave doctors at the hospital money to kill you as soon as the chance arose. Why did you have to wake up? You should have just stayed asleep forever. Harry's acting weird. I can barely make out what Kimijima Ko is saying. I know for a fact he's destroying Irie's heart. Her eyes are open wide and convulsing. Tears fall endlessly from both eyes. Her face is sickly pale. Her entire body's trembling and she continues to sob voicelessly. Just watching her in so much pain is making my heart ache. This isn't good. At this rate, we'll be repeating the incident at Chofu Airport. But with all these guns pointed at us, neither Nai-san nor I can move a muscle. I should have never brought Irie here. Sister Centipede! Sister Centipede continues to watch us from the tower. She hasn't moved the entire time. As long as Sister Centipede remains under Kimijima Ko's control, I doubt she'll listen to anything we have to say. I can't come up with a way to simultaneously destroy all 10 drones locked on us. I still have to score to sell with Misni. I can't just die here. But I also can't leave Irie behind either. Which means this is war. It takes about 2 giant steps from where I'm standing to reach Irie. That should be enough. I won't let Kimijima Ko have his way. No, Kaio-kun! I turn toward Irie. I lean forward and focus all of my strength into my feet. Kill him. This time I'm able to hear Kimijima Ko's voice loud and clear. Kill both of them. The drone's guns are already trained directly on me. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna be turned into Swiss cheese before I can take 2 steps. But... Sister Centipede! Just as I lift my toes off the ground to take off.
Notio.
Sister Centipede begins to utter nonsense.
What does that mean?
The first step. It means goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Kill him. Simultaneously, the sound of gunfire rings out. The second step. My hand grabs Irie's wrist. Got her. I forcefully pull her trembling body into my arms. All tension leaves her body. I got away unscathed too. Not a single hole in me. The sudden a violent blast of heat suddenly assaults my body. The 10 drones that were hovering in the air all explode one after another. What?
Friendly fire. Why would...
She made them shoot each other.
Were they acting on Sister Centipede's orders? Did she save us?
Are you betraying your master, Sister Centipede? I won't tolerate such selfish behavior. This is a grave error. I must eliminate any and all bugs. Huh? Eliminate? Sister Centipede!
Sit.
I instinctively hold my Pokemon back up and watch Sister Centipede throw through the screen. Sister Centipede herself remains unchanged. In fact, she's just standing there, motionless as usual. But the icon on her forehead is flashing violently. It's almost like she's about to die.
You're...
Still in my arms, Irie reaches her hand out toward my Pokecom screen.
You're me. You are me. I am glad that you are safe. Did you save me?
Irie touches the monitor. She lovingly runs her hand across Sister Centipede through the monitor.
It felt like we were together the entire time. Yes. Together.
Sister Centipede is no longer able to speak coherently. Kimijima Ko must be trying to delete her data. She could disappear at any moment. If Frau was here, would she have been able to do something about this? No. I get the feeling this would be too much for even her. Even though it takes an astronomical amount of time to create data, it takes only a few seconds to delete it.
I feel like you're always with me, watching over me. Yes, always.
I move my Pokecom closer to Irie. Irie's fingers touch the icon on Sister Centipede's forehead. It flashes even more violently than before.
Notio, Irie. Sister Centipede. Thank you. Other me. I wish we could have talked more.
Sister Centipede's mouth moves as if to respond, but her voice is already gone. Even then, she still attempts to communicate something. In an effort to not miss her last words, Irie holds her ear against the Pokecom. Just then, the Pokecom releases a blasted noise, much like it would after short-circuiting. Irie jolts back in surprise. That's it. For just a moment, the Iruro screen is filled with noise. And then Sister Centipede is gone. No matter where I point the Pokecom, she's nowhere to be found.
It looks like Kimijima-ko's gone too.
She saved us.
Talk about close call.
Naisan breathes a sigh of relief while looking down at the remains of the drones. Irie clings tightly to my chest. She's doing her best to hold back. She's crying while barely making a sound. My first thought is that Kimijima-ko said something to her. No, I was certain that was the case. He must have said something that broke her heart. I assumed she was in pain, sad, and angry. But I immediately realized that's not what these tears are.
Why? Why do I feel like I've lost something incredibly important to me? Not Dad or Mom, it's not them. It's like half of me has been ripped away. But I don't know why.
Sister Centipede has been watching over AR Irie this entire time. She had done so in the same body, as an alternate personality. Perhaps her Sister Centipede, both AR Irie and Irie were one and the same. Another part of her that must be protected. Another part of her that must be loved. Even more so than the very master that created her. Sister Centipede chose to protect the part of herself that she had spent so much time with. I don't know how she rebelled against her programming. Was it really just a bug? Was there some other cause? I guess it doesn't matter. In the end, Sister Centipede saved the three of us. That's the only truth that matters right now. Jesus. When I check in with Frau, she's furiously typing away at her keyboard. Started seeing some feathers inside Iruro. A lot of feathers were flying and it was very pretty. Nochio Irie. I thought I hate cheats, but now I am the cheater. This time, I'm going to take that handicap. I didn't think there would be a time that I would be teaching assembly to everyone, but I noticed that I can teach. Looks like I grew up a bit too. Wall punch, wall punch, wall punch. You scared me. I really thought my heart was going to stop. Don't make me worry. Nothing in here. Maybe this won't end up being the last episode. Maybe this will end up being a shorter episode. Because I do actually have things I need to help family with. So I might not have time. We might just make this an hour-long recording and then we'll actually beat the game next time. I know I said it might be the ending today, but I did say it was a might. When I check in with Frau, she's furiously typing away at her keyboard. She's leaning into the monitor, quietly ranting to herself.
Who's that guy think he is, making me use this thing? Table flip. Adults who look down on ours just drop dead.
Are you talking about Sawada?
Yes, that guy. What's with him anyway? Sending me some app to defeat Kimijima-ko, like what? Just because I'm a shun, that doesn't mean he can look down on me. I'll never forgive him for this.
By the way, I was the one who first received the request from Sawada, which I then deferred to Frau. So what's the app?
It's basically the same as Zero. Apparently it's a knockoff. It has a stupid long name too, like what the fuck?
Stupid long, huh? What's it called? Frau brings her face close to the screen and reads it out loud.
DG297 3rd edition version 4.11.
You're right, that is stupid. That is pretty long.
In my personal delusions, Sawakyun's already been ravaged like an old...
We're gonna skip past it. Fucking hell, Frau. Jesus Christ. The only character in the video game that I think has consistently managed to cause physical damage to me Ugh. I don't know why. I feel like I got flashbanged. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay.
He sure be vomiting a lot of blood, but that's what's so good about it.
Huh?
What? What the fuck? After bearing witness to Irie's sudden interjection, it feels like time slows to a crawl, and not like the slow-mo attack kind. Irie looked clueless about what she just said. What did you just say? I just Oh, I actually am taking physical damage somehow. I just realized what she meant. Jesus Christ, I... What the fuck is The pain is immense and without end.
I see. 3D Iriton is just corrupt as I am.
No! 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 Brown nods to herself as if she's deeply moved and forces a handshake with Irie.
My truest of friends, I've longed for your return. I mean, like a 2D character just materialized into 3D. This is what otakus have been dreaming of for eons. No time for food. This needs to be adapted into a movie.
But nobody's eating anything.
Anyway, since we're on the same wavelength, I'll be Ariton's owner.
She's not a pet.
Ariton, with the Genkiku next Genbaro ship, Genkiku would be on top, right? No, I think I'm...
No! 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 It's terrible! No!
Excuse me?
No!
We are not on the same wavelength. I refuse to be your owner.
Enough already! I have no idea what you two are talking about. I yank on both of Frau's pigtails. Turn off!
Oh, that hurts.
Hurt me. No! Get me out of here! So, Frau's antics aside, I definitely saw a little bit of Sister Centipede in Irie's comment. No, get me out of this room! Get me out of this room right now! I don't want to be in the same room as you two anymore! Get me out of here! I'm scared! Maybe some of AR Irie's memories did get carried over to her. Judging by how clueless she looks, she must be speaking instinctively without really understanding what she was saying. Get me out of this fucking room right now. But right now, none of that matters. Back on topic. What did you mean when you said the DG whatever app looks exactly like Iruro?
When I told Sawakian that I couldn't trust Hiro as a means of communication, he sent me this app with the smug-ass look on his face.
Think we can use it?
I haven't checked it out yet, so I don't know. But if it looks okay, I might just have you all delete Hiro and install DG297 instead.
You might be able to incorporate the killbot system too.
I'll give it a try. So you here to talk about the URL?
That's right. You found anything?
I'm about to pull it up.
Long story short, I asked Frau to look into the final piece of information that Sister Centipede left Irie. It was a URL of some kind. Said URL was super long and it came with a password consisting of random numbers and letters. Amazingly, Irie somehow managed to memorize the entire thing instantly. She opens up the URL.
Oh, there it is. Wait. Isn't this X-Co's cloud ser-
Excuse? What? Wait! How the fuck did we get here? Exco's cloud server? What? Didn't they tell the Mia that they didn't have one of those? Wait, yeah, you're also right. What the fuck? What's going on?
It looks like they lied. How's this unit ID?
Frau suddenly pulls up a scanned document with confidential stamped on it. What is that?
It's a list of every manufactured Hug's unit ID.
Why do you have something like that?
Well, you know, these things do the rounds underground. There's no such thing as taboo on the net. Too easy. But
Ross skims through the list and then tilts her head.
the IDs in the cloud server all start with Hug X. But the Hug X series doesn't exist on the market.
Wait, hold on. Hugix is the codename for Sumeragi and Kaminagi. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Ugh. Of course, they're concept models, so their ID is different from what's currently being used. Does that mean both Sumeragi and Kaminagi aren't standalone models but are actually connected online? Wait, then why does Sawada lie?
And this cloud server is pretty limited in scope. It looks like you can only, the only data I can exchange is info on Iruo. Let's see, Sumeragi's data.
Frau opens a digital Sumeragi data that I sent to her Pokecom. She proceeds to read through it.
Found it. It's capable of pulling up Iruo on the cockpit screen. They apparently collaborate with having us for you so they could use it like this.
Iruo is an app that Kimijima Mako created. This is no coincidence. This has to be part of the plan. I guess Kimijima Mako used the cloud in order to control Sumeragi.
Were they bluffing when Etsuko said they don't use cloud servers?
Sawada didn't even know about this. Misani, Kimijima Mako, and a select few are likely the only ones who know. Plus, Magnion, the perp of last year's Robotics industry robot uprising, is still on the loose. Yeah, that guy's also still screwed up. It made total sense if that was a rehearsal source for Kimijima Mako. That's actually a good point. That was probably the first time that Kimijima Mako was like... Magnion was probably like the test pilot for, the test for Kimijima Mako on controlling people. Or, controlling someone other than, friggin... Misaki. I had to beat the name into my head.
That would explain the dead cow ballad cheaters.
Exactly. How dare you make a mockery out of fine game players by messing with the leaderboards? Anyway, well done, Irie-san. Irie, who's been quietly observing until now, wears an uneasy smile.
I have no idea what's going on. But if I was able to help at all, it's thanks to Sister Centipede.
This is info the Sister Centipede gave her life to pass on to us. We can't let that sacrifice be for nothing. If we run a virus through this thing, can we disable Sumeragi?
Possibly. I don't know if we'll make it in time for tomorrow, though. Wouldn't it be more appropriate to hand this off to Sawada-kyun?
If we run the anti-Kimijima Mako virus through the server, we might see an immediate effect. Kono-chan, pass this info to Sawada. When we first got back to Tanegashima, we were at a huge disadvantage. But now, the game plan is slowly coming together, piece by piece. Suddenly, we're not looking as weak. Back to Misaki's perspective.
The command center inside the central command tower has overseen countless rocket launches. It's the heart of the TNSC. This is where the main staff gathers to analyze conditions and ultimately make the go/no-go decisions for launch. I sit on one of the chairs and stare blankly at the small toy. Think. I took it from Dad's office. Considering I'm the one who made it, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I took it without asking. It's already been 30 hours since we occupied the TNSC. The BHB should be loaded and ready to go. Losing the priest hurts, but the 5 staff members I brought for the launch are here, so it isn't a particular issue. We invaded with a low head count so we could prevent intel about targeting this island and from leaking up until the very end. The more people involved, the higher the risk of information getting out. Kimijima Mako hated leaks. He even kept the info secret from the Committee of 300, his masters, and the Tavistock Institute until the very end. It's working out so far.
Wyvern, this is Wizard 1. Operation complete.
I fight off my listlessness and stand up. The preparations are complete. Today, the project will come to an end. This is Wyvern. Roger that. Half a day until the deadline. Aki, Kai, please make it in time. And put an end to me.
That will not be happening.
Someone's presence emerges behind me.
I need you to eliminate those irregulars. At all costs. That is your final mission. Once that's done, you will be released. You've done a great job over these past 9 years. By then, 5 billion people will be dead. And isn't that just wonderful? He's invading me. His presence is eating away at my body. He's poisoning my body and mind. My fingers and arms stop moving. His will is consuming my consciousness. It feels as if dark, sticky tar is pouring into my bloodstream. Like countless parasites are wriggling underneath my skin. Like a molten steel rod is being jammed into the center of my brain. Like a giant serpent is wrapped around my limbs and violently tightening around me. It's disappearing. Whatever was left of Senomiya Misaki. She's being infected and erased. This curse is constraining me. Aki. Kai. I exit outside. The wind is still strong and humid. But the clouds in the sky are moving along. Through the gaps between them, I get a peek at the night sky beyond. All units, can you hear me? First go, no-go decision. Weather is a go. Release the VIB. Begin transfer to the launcher point. The largest door in the world is slowly opening. And from the darkness emerges a pitch-black rocket. The devil's spear that will open the gates of hell, burning the earth to ash. And soon it will be launched from the most beautiful launch site on the planet. The mist is clearing. The sky is still dark. I can just barely make out the blood-red aurora. There's no response from Sister Centipede. Does that mean... I didn't think I would get a request as DASP instead of Dash. It's been many years, but it seems it's time for me to break out the big guns. Oh, DASP is short for Daru the Super Programmer. This will be on the test, so I'm so OP. Oh, nice, and Tanegashima. She'll take care of it. It'll be alright, I'm sure of it. It looks like something's happened in Tanegashima. A few hours ago, a local in Tanegashima was doing a Nico Live. They were building a giant robot. Also, last year's run-ups, Senomiya Akio and Kojiro Frau were seen there. What do you mean? The conspiracy theory is moving toward Tanegashima? Wasn't Senomiya Akio at the expo yesterday? A live site going viral made by high schoolers will fight to save the world or something like that. Up the capture image, that is the robot. I just saw it, but what is that paper mache? Are they playing around in this situation? What is happening in Tanegashima? The rumors are that a black hole is going to appear in Tanegashima and the world's in trouble. Black hole, yes, the world's in trouble. I read a post that Jax got taken over. When I heard about Tanegashima, I imagined the Committee of 300. Kurokane needs to fly to Tanegashima now! Haneda and Narita are both close, no planes are flying. What are they trying to do with the paper mache? If the world's in danger, why don't they ask the police or self-defense forces or even the U.S. Army in Okinawa? In this situation, I don't think any of them would listen to a story that may not be true. I fully support them because Senomiya Akio-chan is cute. You remember the boy that was with Senomiya Akio at Robo 1? As a person who was amazed by his operating skills, I want him to do a good job. I request a live broadcast, then I'll watch. Just saw real Iriton and healed up. Functioning as intended. Sleepiness has blown away. Want to pull some dirty pranks, but kept myself. You just need to rest. You need to just rest, Kai. Your time will come later. Stay in best condition you can. Don't let everybody's hard work go to waste. Counting on you. I leave it. I know. I know I said that I might end it here today, but no. I think it'll be better to end it all next episode. Again, I do actually need to help out with family stuff. So unfortunately, it's not going to be possible for me to do this right now. But I think next episode we can probably beat the game. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you all next time on the final episode, potentially. Peace.